A young villain tried to mug you, but upon seeing your face, you fled in terror. Upon further investigation, you discovered that your high school sweetheart is now the most powerful villain in the world and has you on a list titled Hurt Them and I'll Kill You. I didn't know if I should be angry or not. On the one hand, I didn't get hurt, I wasn't mugged or robbed or even bothered. I thought it was just luck in a city with crime like it was. Where heroes and villains fought daily, I didn't get harmed. On the other hand, it was my life. She changed my fate without asking. Did she do anything else without asking? Did she make it so I got the job I have? Our breakup was so sudden and honestly heart shattering. I thought I was truly in love, like that once in a lifetime love. She shattered my heart in the middle of the lunchroom, and she laughed as she admitted all the boys and girls she cheated on me with. I don't think I truly ever recovered from that. It's a scar I still have to this day, and damn it, I'm in my 30s. She's called Banshee, a very powerful supervillain in the city. I figured she just saw me as weak, pathetic, and someone not worthy of being at her side. Yet, I found out she'd been protecting me. I don't know what to think. After doing some research, I found her lair. It wasn't hard. She was brazen, but at least the front of the place. She was and is very smart. So if I show up, it will at least get her attention. I just don't know how to approach. If I piss her off, she'll just kill me, right? That is what she did, or so the news says. I don't know. So I go to the spot where her base is. I do nothing to hide what or who I am. I just march in, right? I don't plan on arresting her or fighting her, so no weapons. I don't have powers. I'm literally nothing compared to her. So why? The guards looked angry until they looked scared, just like the thug. Greetings, sir, one would say in a stammer. I looked to the door and then to the guards. I'm scared as hell. Both of these dudes are twice my size and covered in, well, pretty awesome tattoos. There was no turning back now. She'd see me on the monitors and then question things. Hey, listen, I need to talk to your boss. I don't know what name people will know her by now. If I just called out her real name, she might be pissed. They snapped to attention and walked to their phone in the booth, making a quick call. You told me to call you for certain someone was to ever show up. He isn't hurt. Are you hurt? I shook my head and smiled. He isn't hurt. Are you being hunted? I thought for a moment, then shook my head again. Tell her we need to talk. The guard gave her my words, and then he turned away from me and spoke in a quiet voice. I couldn't quite hear. And then he hung up and took a breath looking at me. Boss said to make sure you aren't hiding a mic, and if you're clean, to come on up. That is a fair assumption. The heroes wanted to talk, send in the old boyfriend she's trying to protect. So I let them pat me down and search me. I didn't want her to fear this meeting, though I'm just appearing out of the blue. So it took time, and then we moved inside. I was getting looks from everyone inside. I could see they were whispering among themselves. In an elevator, up 3 floors, then to another elevator, and we went straight down. Again, she was really smart. Make them fight their way to the 3rd floor to find the right elevator. I wasn't going to try and make small talk, though I smiled at the guards who looked nervous. I didn't know what to do. I am an ant among ant-eaters. They have nothing to fear from me. Then the doors opened, and I could see her shipping communications command center. People were working, but there wasn't an air of stress. First impression, people wanted to be here. I liked that. It felt productive. I couldn't be mad about how everything seemed to be running smoothly. The guards walked me through the command center and down a rather large and opulent hallway. At the end were a massive pair of doors that had beautiful dragons on them. They swung open, and there, behind a desk, was the villain Banshee. Still there, beneath the very well-maintained and multicolored hair, was the face of the woman I knew long ago. I could see it, confident and powerful. She was awe-inspiring. My breath caught in my chest. Why are you here? Speak. Her voice, also commanding and almost laced with venom, snapped me back to this world. Almost laced with venom. So I took a breath and stood straight. She didn't want to hurt me. If she wanted to, her henchmen would have beat the shit out of me already. Why are you protecting me? I thought you hated me. I don't know how I found my voice around her. She did things to me where others were scared of her. I had never been. She'd been a strong personality back then too, but not a bully. She wasn't bad. She was strong-willed in the best of ways, but not bad. I was remembering all the good things about her, and it was getting harder to remember the bad parts. Why was this? Shit. I can't forget what she did to me. I was lost in my thoughts for a moment. I didn't notice the silence she stared at me. My eyes focused and met hers. She said that was a good quality I had. I could always meet her gaze. She motioned with her hands, and the doors to her office slammed behind me. The curtains in her office that I now noticed were glass started to close to give us privacy. Banshee rose from her chair and walked down the steps of her elevated desk to stand in front of me. I was only 5'9". She stood a good 6'2", though that never bothered me. She looked down at me for a long moment. "How did you find out about that? Who told you?" That tone in her voice, she was less confident now. I was always able to read her well. I don't know why that hasn't changed after all these years. I was getting caught up in all the good feelings. I remember the humiliation that came out of nowhere. No, I wasn't here to yell at the most powerful villain. This wasn't about closure. It was about the hate she had for me had moved to control of my life. In that moment, fear turned to anger, though. Fuck it. If I die, I die. I won't be controlled. There isn't a who. I found it out myself. Damn it! Are you controlling my life? What else have you done? Did I get this success on my own? Did you do it for me? Have I done anything for myself? I don't know what to think. Banshee took a few steps back and started to rub her arm. This wasn't what I was expecting at all. What was going on? "It isn't like that," she said softly, but she wouldn't meet my gaze again. Still, I was angry, but I was calming down a bit. What an asshole. I was being just coming in and getting mad. She might be a villain, but I didn't have the right. Just some other asshole male spouting off. Okay. I took a few deep breaths. I don't know what I was expecting when I first came here. I need to get out of here before she changes her mind and kills me. I'm just confused and angry. I lost it, and you didn't deserve that at all. So I'll go. You don't owe me any answers. Thank you, I suppose. I hope my life is entertaining from this point on. I turned to go, and after a step, there was a hand on my shoulder. I could feel her power. It would be nothing for her to kill me right now. I feel something else, too. She was being gentle. Oddly gentle. "I haven't done anything to help you. I know you. Knew you. You have earned your success on your own. I know how this city is. I know how you are. I don't think I could live with myself if you got hurt." The confusion was back. I didn't pull away from her touch, though. It felt nice. Still, there was a deep sadness that wrapped around me. Might as well try to get closure right now. Why? You hate me. You hated me. You destroyed me in front of everyone. It has been a long time and it still hurts. I loved you. I really loved you. What happened? What did I do? Can you tell me that? Please? Something. Anything. Her hand stayed there and gently she squeezed me. I didn't know what was happening. This wasn't Banshee. This wasn't the most powerful creature on the planet. This was Ophelia, the girl I knew back then. She'd squeeze my hand when she needed courage and didn't want anyone to know. "I never hated you, not for one moment. You want the truth after all this time. I thought I set you free. I really thought I did. I didn't know I built a cage around you. I'm sorry." Her hand left my shoulder and then moved to grab mine to lead me to a couch that was off to the side. She sat me down next to her and made sure my eyes couldn't see hers. She even took out her contacts and made her eyes look all black. "When we were together, my powers started to develop. There was a lot I didn't tell you about my life. I didn't want to worry you. I knew you. You'd want to fight, and you weren't built for fighting, my dear. My life was not easy. At first, I thought I was going to be a hero. I was going to take you away from everything. We'd live in a big city, and you'd be so proud of me all the time for how well I fought to protect the city." I was stunned. This was a lot. She was suffering, and I didn't know about it. I wouldn't dare talk right now, though. She had so much more to say. I could see it in her eyes. "Then I killed one of the men that had been abusing me. I realized something. I didn't feel bad about it. As a matter of fact, I felt wonderful. Vindicated, even. That isn't how a hero should feel when they kill someone. I made the choice back then to become a villain. Heroes never changed the world anyway. Only villains did. You... you were too good. You made me smile and laugh. Even though you're smaller than me, I always felt safe near you. Like you held back all the world's darkness with your smile. I couldn't drag you down with me. You needed to live better. You deserved better than me. I didn't even sleep with those people. I just made it all up. I just needed to drive you away from me so you could be safe. I couldn't breathe. I just sat there with my mouth open like some idiot. I watched a tear fall down her cheek. So, when I was strong, I put out that warning. No one was to touch you. You were my toy, and I'd kill anyone who brought you harm. I never watched too closely. I just knew where you were. Sometimes I'd hack a cam at the supermarket from here just to watch you. I've missed you so much. You were supposed to have moved on from that. It was high school. I was broken. That was why I never moved on. You were supposed to find a nice girl, have a big family, and live well. This was a lot, but so many things explained. I took her hand in mine and just held it. I was feeling so much. Forgiveness was certainly among them. I can see her reasoning. I don't have powers, I don't fight, I can't blame her. I just wish that there was a better way. Kids don't always have the best plans. The best laid plans. Then there was a silence for a few moments, or 100 years. I couldn't tell. I know you have a reputation. You're rich and powerful. I'll go if you want me to. I don't know what I was expecting when I came here, but I can assure you this wasn't it. I was half expecting you to beat the hell out of me and then taking me to the curb for questioning your protection. I see you, though. You as you are. I see what you're doing. I can't hate you. Never hated you. She smiled at me and pulled me in for a tight hug. Yes, this is the one I remember. The one who owns my heart. I am not here to plead with you to be a hero either. The state of the world sucks. And now I don't trust a damn thing the media said about you. I don't know how I didn't see you earlier. I'm dumb, I guess. Then I trailed off and looked away. The next words were going to be weird. I mean, are you seeing anyone? Her eyes went wide. I think she was just happy we could be friends. Still keeping me at a distance. I couldn't just be friends. It was all or nothing, and I would accept her choice on either. Her lifestyle is dangerous, that is for sure. She started laughing at that. We can't... No, you aren't made for this life. I mean, could we? Do you really want to try it? I sat up a little straighter. I was getting confidence, and she didn't seem repulsed by the idea. I don't need powers, I need armor. Then you can call me your robot and say, all the men of the world are garbage, so you built the only one to be at your side, and as a brain, you cultured yourself. She laughed, that bright musical laugh that hasn't changed since way back then. It was bliss to see her light up like that. Then her eyes narrowed. I could tell she was thinking, really, you want to try? You're not just going to leave me. This isn't a revenge plot? I couldn't lie to her if I wanted to. She was way smarter than me. Hell, I never really knew why she liked me so much. But I knew one thing. I was still in love. It was different now, but I knew I wasn't going anywhere. No, I still love you. I want this to work. I will earn a place at your side. I just need something to make you not worry. Armor will help. Plenty of tech heroes and villains out there. I'm smart-ish. We can do something. Hell, you can slap a sticker on my head and make it say Clone 58. We'll up the number every so often and I'll just be a glorified secretary. Then you can say you keep killing them out of frustration. I don't know. I'm just rolling with stuff from the top of my head. She laughed again and wrapped her arms around me and rested her body against mine, her head touching mine. This felt so right. I've missed this so much. I felt like a kid again. I will do anything to be by her side. We'll start on the armor tomorrow. You'll need a name. I can't think of anything that would go with Banshee. You're Russian, aren't you? I smiled and thought for a bit. Make me look like a wolf and you can call me Vulk. just Russian for wolf, but I've always liked it. You don't need to have a theme to your crime lord boyfriend, do you? Boyfriend to Banshee. How wonderful to say out loud. I bet the fates are laughing right now. I looked up and she caressed the side of my face. Then I closed the distance and our lips met. She wasn't even hesitant. We kissed deeply and the passion was there. After all these years, it was like not a damn thing changed. It was that once in a lifetime love. I will burn the world to keep it. That, perhaps, is what separates us from heroes.